a logistics problem because I was 5'2" and she was 5'8", and I thought nobody had seen us snuck out, but one of the feral kids had, and literally as she stooped to give me a kiss, I felt these hands under my armpits and I was lifted up. Nigel Gardner was pissing himself laughing, I was screaming, and Judith ran off crying, and that was the end of that relationship. Right, that's 4 bits of material that was... But you mentioned leeways, and there was a... so I said, I used to live in Hunley, I used to live in leeways, and there was a lady probably sat where you guys are. She went, oh, I live in leeways. Oh, okay, fair enough. Anyway, in the interval, she came up and said, please don't take this the wrong way. And I thought, oh God, is she going to complain about something I've said? She said, please don't take this the wrong way, but would you like to, I live in leeways, would you like to come back to my house afterwards? And I said, yeah, okay, so just for a look. All right, yeah, fine. Just remember what I said earlier on about the demographic. I've always had a thing about older women, but I thought even this was pushing the boundaries a bit too far. So I said, yeah, okay, yeah, that was nice. And about 10:45 at night, as we're walking up the drive, she said, oh, you'll be interested to see the changes we've made. And she emphasised we. She said, because we've done this, we've done that. And I'm thinking, is that implying her husband's inside? And if he is, how's he going to take to her bringing a strange man home? Am I going to be part of some geriatric threesome I wasn't expecting? But we got in, no sign of her husband. I said, oh, is your husband out tonight? Oh, no, he's dead. Well, I'm thinking, I am now in a house with a woman I've literally met about half an hour ago, and she's told me her dead husband is no longer with us. And I'm thinking, I need to extract myself from that. And then she said, of course, it's really difficult keeping on top of the garden at my age. I said, oh yeah, I know that feeling. Things do get harder as you get older. And then she said, how old do you think I am? I said 75, and apparently she was 70. So it was a short-lived visit. So I'm driving home, and I'm thinking, do I tell my wife what's happened? And I got home, went in the lounge. She said, all right, yeah. How was the gig? Yeah, it was fine. You were a bit late coming home. And I knew I had a chance to tell her the truth, but instead I went, yeah, I had a problem with the car. Right? It's now been a week, and I still haven't told her. Do you think I should tell her? No. How am I going to get out of this though? I had to lie to her. She said, well, if you've got a problem with the car, you better take it down the garage. So I've been down the garage this week. I've had to pay the garage £100 to fix a problem that doesn't fucking exist. It's just ridiculous. So that's 5 bits of new material. So I'm gonna tell you jokes. Yes, thanks. Says the man who was late. That's fine. I've been doing stand-up for God, I don't know, 20 odd years, and I had my best year in 2022. So I went to the Leicester Comedy Festival, and I won the Silver Stand-Up of the Year award, which was great. And basically, it's an award for the over 55s. That's it. That's all you got to do to basically get it. And if I describe the atmosphere like backstage, it was like God's waiting room for comedians. One act, before he was going to go on, he was sat in his chair, slumped, his eyes were closed, and we didn't know if he was asleep or dead. And somebody said, do you think we should wake him up? And he was like, no, fuck it, it'll increase our chances. And I went on, did my 5 minutes, and I won. And I phoned my wife, I said, you'll never guess, after 4 years of trying for this competition, I've only gone 1. And she's like, oh, that's fantastic. What have you won? Because obviously she's from Mumbai. And I said, I've won a trophy. She's like, right, anything else? I said, no, just this trophy. A couple of hours later, I'm back, showing her the trophy in the living room. She's like, that's lovely, but have you won anything else? I said, no, I told you, it's just this trophy. She's like, well, they've been on the website. Shit, have you? What about the £500 cash prize they're advertising? I was gutted, right? Because I had that lined up for something special. And she's like, what have I told you all through our marriage? I don't know, there's been so many fucking things it's hard to remember, to be honest. Should never lie. And she's right, you know, you shouldn't lie in a marriage. That said, she went on a cruise last year at the end of April for a week. She phoned me on the Wednesday. You alright? Yeah, fine, thanks. Are you missing me? I remember what she said, never lied, so I just went, no, absolutely not. No. She started clutching her straws. She was like, I bet the dog's missing me. He wasn't. He was loving life. He was sleeping on my bed. I was feeding from the table. We were down the pub. We went and got tattoos. Well, I did. And he just sat there the one night looking at me. And I know he can't speak, but it was like, oh, Dad, this is brilliant, isn't it? Just you and me. Yeah. Can we just not move and not tell her? Like, no, mate, no, she's going to have to come back at some point. And she did. Again, that little bit normally gets a much better laugh. So you are going to have to work a lot hard. I could have stuck to doing my tried and tested stuff. You'd have loved that, but fuck it, I haven't. So I think we're about ready for your first act. Is that okay? So your first act, I have gigged with him many, many times. He is lovely, he is brilliant, he's going to entertain you for about 20 minutes or so. His name is Ashley Freeze. What's his name? Ashley Freeze. That's great. So are you ready, Mr. Freeze, back there? Yep. He is ready. So on the count of 3, if we could start the applause at the back of the room and then just bring it all the way through, keep counting to clapping until he actually gets to the stage, that would be brilliant. Give it up for the very lovely Ashley Freeze.
Hello! Are we well? Yes! I even brought a microphone. Marvellous! Very brave of you sitting on the front row. If I do a stage dive, you're fucked. I can't reach you, but the tsunami of wooden floor coming towards you as the impact strikes